Somos Ángel y Chucho y el año pasado sacamos nuestro primer disco como Astronomía Interior, un proyecto que teníamos muchas ganas de llevarlo a cabo.
Tuvimos la oportunidad de tocar en algunos festivales en México y Colombia y nos sentimos muy afortunados de haber compartido con algunos de ustedes esta primera etapa.
Este año sacamos nuestro segundo disco y empezamos un nuevo capítulo con Mar Universal, el primer sencillo.
because you need the moon for an eclipse, you need the sun for an eclipse, and we're standing on the Earth to see it.
Oh man.
So, all of NASA science represented by a total solar eclipse.
And something that, over 30 million of us today, at least in the path of totality.
At least, yes.
Able to witness this.
31 people living in the path of totality. So imagine how many people actually traveled here. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
This is getting me extra excited about all the science that
we're doing.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
All right, those clouds are playing tricks
Those
on us
clouds
now.
are being pretty mean. Yes.
It was nice to get a taste, though. Wow.
It's true.
It is so dark.
It is.
Got everybody
it is
looking
so
up.
dark.
I'm so happy that, for folks that travel, able to see this take place.
That's right.
And it's been such a great atmosphere here all day. Every time the sun comes out, everybody cheers.
Cheering, counting down. It has been incredible. And so, wow.
That's true.
Oh, Nikki, what's your favorite part about an eclipse? Is this your first?
No, this is my second one. 2017. I was in Nebraska and I saw it there. But I think there's you can study the sun, you can study the corona, but suddenly you see it with your own eyes, and it's that feeling of just, wow, that is our star. Like it isn't just the sun anymore. That's a star, and you see it looking like a star. And as we study. As we look for exoplanets in other galaxies that might be able to support life, we need to understand our relationship here on this planet with that star. And so it's so important. And I think when you see it, you're just like, wow, it actually is a star. Yeah. It's not just a bright point of light in the sky. You can see the structure. You can see just how exciting the sun is, and actually how dynamic it is.
Yeah. And it's not often in heliophysics that we can actually see the science that we're doing with our own eyes.
That is right.
So it's a rare experience.
Or even sharing it, millions of us
so
today.
many people partake.
Yep.
That's right. It's pretty windy too here.
It is windy. And so I know earlier in the show we've mentioned that total solar eclipses really might only pass through a certain location, say every 375 years.
Yeah.
Can you explain how come we don't see eclipses like this every
month?
Yeah, every month.
Because the moon's orbit is actually tilted, and so most of the time when it passes in front, it doesn't block out the light for us. At this particular time, it is right on the plane between the Earth and the Sun. It is actually at its closest point to the Earth, and so in the plane of the sky, the moon is exactly the same size as the sun, and that is very unique.
That is so special too.
Yes.
I mean, what are the odds?
It's the 400s, right? It's
yes.
The distance between the Earth and the moon is 400.
to our telescope operator, Vanessa Thomas, for providing these views. This is just so stunning.
People are applauding here, as you can hear. I mean, I think everyone here is getting exactly what they came for, which is just that sense of your place in the universe. This is our closest star, and being able to see the star like this is truly special.
Okay, we have 1 minute left of totality.
Oh, the time just passes way too quickly.
The next eclipse won't happen across the U.S. for another 20 years, so this really is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for a lot of people.
Absolutely. Our friends up in Alaska will see their next eclipse in 2033, so I am like already thinking I need to go there. I mean, it's just it doesn't matter what I need to do. I just have to go there.
Wow. So we're 30 seconds out.
Oh, my
so
goodness.
Right before totality ends, our telescope operator Vanessa is going to put the solar filter back on. But let's just cherish these last few moments of totality in Dallas, Texas. Michael, what will happen right before totality ends?
So as totality is ending, we'll go through the process in reverse. You'll see maybe a diamond ring, a few Bailey speeds as the sun creeps out of totality. And then we're going to go back into a crescent sun again. Okay, and there's a diamond ring again. So
Okay.
it's time to put your glasses back on. And
Sunglasses back, sorry, eclipse glasses back on.
And it's coming back
Wow.
again.
Wow, the slither of the sun
And you can
has
see
come
shadow
back.
bands on the ground right now. It looks like it's almost raining, or you can see those shadow bands racing across the ground as we come back in out of totality.
Wow. Whew. Oh my goodness, Michael, that was amazing. I was not expecting to feel so emotional. I still have tears in my eyes.
It just grabs you. I mean, it is unlike anything else. It's as amazing as seeing anything in the natural universe. Like I said, there are no words.
Michael, thank you so much for being with us in this very, very, very special moment.
I feel honored to be here. We truly are in a special place in the entire universe right here, and I'm just so happy to share it with you.
So now let's head back to James at NASA's Kennedy Space Center, who's with the Eclipse moon. He's tracking the shadow moving across the US. James, how are things looking on your end?
Yeah, wow, Joy and Michael, really cool view there. It's insane to see just how dark it gets. It's literally like nighttime there. You can hear the birds chirping in that shot as well in the gardens. Absolutely beautiful. We got a bunch coming up in just a few moments here. Our next eclipse path target here for the NASA broadcast is in Russellville, Arkansas. They're going to have a long window too, 4 minutes and 12 seconds. They're expecting that totality kickoff at 1:50:05 to be exact. Again, you can continue to track this with our Eclipse tool here. This is at go.nasa.gov/Eclipse Explorer. And you can see just how quickly it's moving. I'm playing this in real time. You can see that shadow. It's already moving very quickly to the northeast. And the fun isn't just for our friends on the path of totality, and there are a lot of people on that path of totality. About 31 million people reside somewhere on that path of totality. But there's a lot of people us included here in Florida are experiencing that partial eclipse. As always, if you are in a partial eclipse, be sure to be wearing those eclipse glasses to protect your eyesight as you're viewing it. But you can see these bands here are greater than 75% view. So say you're watching up in, I don't know, Milwaukee here, for example. You've got a great view, almost 100% coverage. You're not quite at totality. 89.4%. Looks like you got good cloud cover there. 20% cloud cover. So hopefully you got a nice view up there as well, too. I've also put on this overlay here to show you just the amount of the duration of totality. You see a lot of our places are within this middle band right here that are getting more than 4 minutes. It may seem like a lot of time, but as you've seen just how quickly that can go by. Michael sounds like he wrote his whole dissertation, a 5-year piece on those just few moments there. This just passes so quickly. And again, if you miss this, the next time you're going to have to wait for this in the U.S. is not going to be until 2045. So again, make sure you're previewing exactly when to expect that peak time of coverage wherever you are in our path of totality or even outside of that path of totality. So a lot coming up very soon. Again, our friends in Russellville look like they have great coverage there as well too. Only 9% cloud cover, so hopefully they're getting a really nice view. But let's check in with Jasmine up there to see. Hopefully you're looking good for there. How's it looking up in your way up in Russellville?
I'm just looking this way.
Everything is looking absolutely fabulous here in Russellville. We could not have asked for better weather. So we are back.
The crowd is definitely getting excited. I'm looking around the ground to see if I see the shadow snakes. I don't, but this is just really exciting.
It really is. Honestly, like you said, we're feeling that cooler weather.
Yeah.
The crowd behind us just erupted. We're also feeling them fall a little bit quieter, too.
Right.
So we're going to take a beat of silence as we get into totality. I think we're less than about 15 seconds away. So we're going to also look over our shoulder with our solar eclipse glasses still on until we are in totality. Here we go. Just a sliver of the sun left.
Getting close. Crowd's getting excited.
The crowd, yeah, all around us, completely electric.
Going. Wow.
Oh my goodness. Here we are.
Here we go.
And the crowd goes wild.
God. Oh my God.
Wow.
We got some Bailey's beads. Oh,
Absolutely stunning.
that is spectacular. We see Venus over to the side there.
And Patrick, it came and went so quickly, but we did see a diamond ring
We did
at the very
indeed.
beginning there. Can you describe to us what is that?
Sure, that diamond ring effect is due to the moon not being perfectly smooth. It's got mountains, it's got valleys. So just like here on Earth, when we see a sunrise or a sunset through a valley, we just watched a sunset through a valley on the moon.
Absolutely stunning.
Oh my!
So you said we could see one planet. I see it right there in the
Yep.
sky. Can we see
There
any
goes.
others as we're looking up?
Yeah, we've got Venus on the over to one side. We've got Jupiter up here to the left of the sun, and there's
This
the
is
corona.
Absolutely beautiful.
That is spectacular.
Now, you also said that this is happening during what we're calling a solar maximum. Now, Patrick, does that mean that the sun is stronger right now than normal?
Not so much stronger, just more dynamic. It's changing a lot. During solar maximum, the magnetic field on the sun is more chaotic, it's more disorganized. So you see more random directions for the jets of gas leaving the sun.
Right.
That is spectacular. We could see a stream.
All right, we are reaching
Wow.
that halfway mark already, 2 minutes into totality.
There's even just a hint of a diamond ring down at the bottom.
I can see it. Yeah,
the
we're looking
lower
at a
limb.
diamond
See that?
ring from Arkansas, the Diamond State. Now, Patrick, of course, as we've been talking about it, this is part of what we are calling the heliophysics big year. You are a heliophysics extraordinaire all the way from Washington, D.C. So what does that mean?
Okay, so the heliophysics big year started out in October of last year with the annular eclipse. And of course, we take a pause here in the middle to watch this particular eclipse, but then it will end on December 24th of 2024 when Parker Solar Probe passes as close as it's ever going to get to the surface of the sun within 9 solar radii.
Oh, wow. And I'm sure that means a lot to you because you worked on Parker Solar Probe about 20 years ago during its inception. So tell us a little bit more about that.
I worked on a concept study for Parker Solar Probe back when I was a graduate student in around 2002 or so. And back then, the idea was for it to actually dive into the sun rather than orbit the sun. So it was going to be a sun dive.
Wow, that is fabulous. This must be a very full circle moment for you, right, Patrick?
This is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant. And that diamond ring has been Wait a minute. That's pink. What we are actually seeing is down into the chromosphere now of the sun. We're seeing a little bit deeper than the corona. I believe it's because of the pinkish color. We're looking down into the chromosphere, which is the next layer of the atmosphere of the sun down.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Oh my God.
This is like nothing we have ever seen here in Arkansas, and like nothing we will see for the next 2 decades, right, Patrick?
That's right. It's going to be 21 years before we see it again here. 2045.
All right, so as we are starting to exit totality, of course, we're going to be very careful with our eyes if needed. We're going to put those solar glasses back on, of course. And the crowd just erupting, falling quiet again as they watch this magnificent moment
I am
take
actually
place.
seeing bats flitting through the air.
Oh, wow. Well, we will be very careful then.
Well, yeah.
And why is that, Patrick? Again, those nocturnal animals are coming out, right?
As far as they're concerned, it's nighttime. It's time to feed. So they're coming out to feed on all the mosquitoes we've been swatting.
Okay, got it. We'll be very careful for all those nocturnal critters around us right now.
All right. We are getting closer. Get ready to put those glasses back on.
All right. We're putting those glasses back on. The crowd is, wow, a second diamond ring seen from right here in Arkansas, the Diamond State. Absolutely stunning.
Outstanding.
Beautiful. Patrick, we're going to turn around now and just one question I really do have to ask you before we let you go is, are you Team Sun, Moon, or Earth?
I am Team Sun. Team Sun all day long.
Fantastic. I figured from a heliophysics expert like you, we want to thank the city of Russellville for hosting us, Arkansas Tech University, and our telescope feed operator, Joe Mattis. Thank you so much. Now, let's get back to James Traley over at Kennedy Space Center. James, back to you.
Yeah, thanks so much, Jasmine. What have you guys had there? So you were just right here in Russellville. You can see that shadow has now officially moved off and is on our way to our next target, which is up here in Carbondale. Carbondale is one of those very lucky cities because back in 2017, they were right at that intersection point of the 2017 eclipse across America. They're there again this year, but the difference is they're going to have a much longer slot. In 2017, they only had 2 minutes, 40 seconds, and that's not as much as they're going to have this year, which is 4 minutes and 10 seconds in the totally eclipsed sun. A really great viewing window for them to really take in this big moment. Very exciting to be able to track that for them as well. And also some details about this tool here as well. If I click onto their eclipse time here of 1:59:15 local time, you notice this little icon comes up here. This is actually simulated based off real data from the Parker Solar Probe of what we expect the corona around the sun to look like. And as you just heard, the sun's a lot more active this time around. It's kind of like a wild hairball, if you will. Lots of different streamers and things streaking off the sun. So you've been seeing already in our coverage some really cool activity around that sun's corona. If you're really lucky and the timing is just right, you might get a coronal mass ejection streaking off the sun. Hoping that someone on our path gets to see that today. If you do, be sure to send us the photos. We'd love to see that as well. One other cool feature about this tool, too, is you can see the actual path that the moon is going to be taking across the sun. And all of this plays in real time if you time it up well. And so you can actually see, if I go to our live moment here, this is actually playing as what we're expecting in real time, the movement of the moon across the sun. Carbondale just had a little crescent there, and you can see that shadow is really closing in on them very quickly. Let me turn off the 2017 path and zoom in a bit here. You see there, nearing totality in just a few moments, and their weather is looking great. We've been checking in with them all morning and afternoon. 27% cloud cover. That time of totality is coming up at 1:59:15. Really excited. And then it's going to be kind of bang bang for a while afterwards for a lot of our sites. We're going to be moving on to Indianapolis, all the way up to our final target in Holton, Maine. There is a lot coming up. And even, again, still, if you're outside of that path of totality, have your glasses at the ready to be able to observe that partial eclipse. This is going to be going on for a while. But for now, let's take a look at Carbondale and see up close what it's looking like. How is it looking over there in Carbondale?
Couple more minutes.
Well, the crowds are going nuts here in Carbondale at SIU at Saluki Stadium. Bob Baer is with us, and Bob, it's amazing. I'm afraid to look up. I know it's not quite ready yet, but tell us, what do you expect here for the eclipse today? Good weather. It's good weather right now. We have high clouds, so totality is going to look just a little bit fuzzy to us, a little bit hazy, but we are moments away from seeing the diamond ring here. This is awesome.
Oh, I thought we saw it.
I think we got about 1 minute.
Okay, 1 minute away. Now, today we're having longer.
And we got a lot to look at in the sky.
I'm very excited. I'm looking up when I can.
Oh, it's so close.
It's getting very dark right now. See the very dark. Clouds are going nuts. We're about to get word that we're at totality. Oh, you can see the planets. The crowds are going nuts. This is crazy. Bob, this is amazing.
Here we go.
Don't look at the sun yet.
Really
it's not quite totality, but you can still see some of the planets right away.
Very close. You got about 15
And the crowd
seconds.
is very happy.
shadow bands.
Oh, total darkness here. This is incredible. Oh, wow.
There it is. Diamond ring.
Diamond ring. Wow, it's amazing. It's amazing. That is awesome. Look at that. Oh, and Bob, that's amazing.
Wow. Jupiter.
Complete totality. I see Jupiter.
Oh my gosh, that is gorgeous.
Wow, this is amazing, Bob.
Wow, that is huge. So we have some prominences. I think we want to go look through the scope.
Go through, look through the scope. I'm going to walk over with you as you talk through the scope. We are right here at one of the telescopes that we have positioned here. Bob is looking through with the naked eye and
so you got
going to give us some feedback on that. Maybe some prominences we're seeing. What's amazing is how dark it is compared to 2017. Much darker, a lot more astronomical features. We have seen Jupiter, and I believe what planet is that, Bob?
That's Venus
to the right. It's so much darker than 2017.
It's gorgeous. And what's awesome, we have 6 telescopes running back here, capturing data, streaming this.
And that's a big important part here. This is not just capturing image to share with people watching the show. You are actually capturing scientific data that can be used by scientists everywhere.
We are, and we've seen totality across North America so far in Mazatlan. Now we'll experience it after this on the Jumbotron from the other dub sites.
It's like the most amazing eclipse train you could ever ride on.
Wow. This is a bit better than 2017.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
No cloud.
And you know what's interesting is the crowd is quieting down. They seem to be experiencing the moment, taking it all in. A really special moment here.
Look at that. So we must be getting close to the center. Where are we at? 2 minutes? So 1 minute, 30 seconds. The corona's looking brighter because our eyes are adjusting now.
I mean, that is amazing, Bob. And how much corona you see. I mean, last time I didn't see that much.
Visually, there goes a bat. See the bat flying over the crowd.
Oh, yeah, we talked about the animals. Now we see them becoming active.
We found a Luna moth earlier as well. But that corona is about 4 times the diameter of the sun. That is massive.
That is amazing, Bob. And I'm really curious about that prominence at the bottom.
Have you looked yet, Blair? You have to look. So take a look. So Blair's looking through the scope now.
Oh my goodness!
Totality.
Oh, no, that one right at the bottom is significant, Bob. It looks like a coronal mass ejection, but don't fact check me on that because I'm just a novice. But there's actually 2 on the Bob. You got to look at that. Yeah. There's 2. Look at the
30 seconds. William,
30 seconds left in totality. Jump in there. Take a look.
It's great because we have telescopes out here for people to look at and actually see total eclipse through it.
Corona.
And
we're getting close.
I don't know what you guys are seeing on television. But
10 seconds. We got to cut it off.
Okay, all right, here we go. 10 seconds before we need to put our glasses back on.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
You're good. You're good. We put the cap back on the telescope to make sure nobody looks.
What an amazing event, Bob. There's the diamond ring. There's the second one. Oh, snap. Oh, that's amazing. It's like it was scheduled.
Yeah, somebody had the timing right here.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
We will see shadow bands again here.
You hear the crowd. Everybody's excited. There we go. What an amazing moment here at Saluki Stadium.
Oh my gosh.
With Bob Bear and 10,000 fans, all loving every moment of it. Bob, some final words.
Well, I think we just had an eagle fly over.
Okay,
but incredible.
Well, that's one of those things you said. We saw animal reaction. We heard it. We felt it.
It was wonderful. So we got to keep an eye out for shadow bands. We're going to see them again in about 1 minute on the ground here.
Okay, so we'll keep looking for those shadow bands on the ground, but I got to tell you guys back at the studio, I know you guys have seen eclipses already. There's still some to come, but what an amazing moment. Back to you guys. Good weather all the way to the end.
Thank you, Blair. We are in Indianapolis. We are almost at totality. With me, I have... Okay, we're still seeing them here we go. Here we go. All right.
We are so
all right,
close.
and the best soundtrack you could possibly ask for in the background here.
Absolutely. Oh, we're so close.
Okay, just a little bit left, and you can really hear the crowd taking
here we
over.
go.
They cannot be
Here
more
we
excited.
go. Yeah, here we go.
There we go. We're so close.
Here we go. Almost.
Almost. We are so close. And we...
Oh my gosh, there's that bright diamond ring everywhere. All right. Oh, wow, look at that. I can see the...
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I can actually visualize the corona. I've always wanted to see that.
Wow. Look at that. Fantastic.
Oh my God, it's gorgeous.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely
An incredible sight.
And dark.
Wow. Look at how dark it is. Oh my gosh.
And you can really see those streamers coming out right now. I'm seeing some bright lights around where we're seeing cratering, and I can see those streamers coming out of the corona.
And are those Bailey's beads? Are we seeing any Bailey's beads?
We were seeing some Bailey's beads. They're transitioning out a little bit, but yes, those bright light where the sunlight is shining through craters on the moon, mountains and craters. And look at those streamers of the corona. It is putting on a show.
Moly.
And it is dark.
Holy moly.
It is dark.
I gotta take a peek at the crowd right now.
Oh, look at the crowd.
Oh
The
my
crowd
gosh.
is absolutely going wild. Everyone's got their phone out. It is now safe to look at the eclipse without your glasses.
Wow.
What an amazing sight. Folks, we've got 4 minutes here, a little under 4 minutes to enjoy this.
Wow.
And if you were in an open field right now, you'd be able to see a sunset, a 360-degree sunset all around us.
Yes,
and you can see a little bit of that
You
now.
can see the light around us a little bit. I have to say, this is my first total eclipse, Denise.
This is my first total
incredible to see
totality.
it.
This is a bucket list moment for me.
This is incredible. Really a once in a lifetime, unless you're an eclipse chaser, which I'm considering it.
I might become one after this.
Yeah.
I quit my job.
Wow,
Oh my
fantastic.
gosh.
Oh
we
my
spent
gosh.
so long trying to see that corona, and to see it with my eyes.
Your own eyes. Wow, just gorgeous.
I'm just in awe of like
Yes.
being this person on this rock moving around the sun.
Yes.
I can't even believe it right now.
Yeah, and to share this moment together with 50, 60,000 people all looking up at the moon and the sun all at once. It's just an incredible experience for all the folks here in Indy and for all the folks watching. I hope you can take, the amazing energy and excitement from this crowd. What a special moment for the United States.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
I am just in awe. There just aren't the right words to describe this.
I'm just noticing it feels so strange to me right now. Like I
Yes.
feel the hair on my arm
Wow.
standing up. I feel like it's nighttime and what
It
am I
is.
doing? And it was daytime.
And actually, folks, we're starting to get some nighttime insects coming out.
Yes, we're
buzzing
starting
around
to
the
see
lights.
bugs.
Yeah, we are seeing bugs
Yes.
tonight. It's hard to hear them over the crowd, but I can definitely see them flying.
Yes, I think the animals are a little bit confused. Nikki, while I have you, we've got a lot of programs at NASA looking at the sun. No eclipse glasses required. As the Associate Director of Flight Programs, tell me, what can we expect NASA to be sending to the sun in the next few years?
We are so lucky in the midst of this incredible time of solar max. We're getting ready to.
Oh, the
I'm
diamond
seeing a diamond
ring,
ring right
and
now.
the
I'm
diamond
seeing a
ring.
diamond ring.
Take a look. Take a look. Put your glasses back on. Be safe. That is the diamond ring, folks. Wow, spectacular. Oh my gosh. Can even hear fireworks in the distance.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. And the light is already starting to change.
It really is.
You can
Wow.
And the
Yeah.
crowds
We're getting
are
quite a show.
loving
You can
it.
hear the crowd just
Oh
loving
my
every second of
gosh.
it.
Oh, what a moment. I love those fireworks.
That was amazing.
Indianapolis is really pulling out all of the stops, and we love them for it. I also want to take a moment here to thank our two telescope operators, John and Dana, who have been providing these telescope views for us there from Ball State University. Thank you very much to John and Dana. All right.
It's like somebody flipped the lights back on.
It really is like a light switch flip.
This is so crazy.
And I can feel it warming up already.
Yes.
Wow.
This is so amazing.
Incredible. Well, this is an incredible moment and an incredible moment for the Helio Big Year. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us. This has been fantastic.
Thank you for having me and sharing this.
I'm so
amazing-
excited to be
yes.
here and to see this incredible sight.
Absolutely. Megan and Sarah, back to you.
Oh, that was so fun to experience, and I can't wait for us to do it now. Take a look at this drone shot where you can see it definitely got noticeably darker. We feel it here. It's colder. The crowd is cheering now. They're ready for totality here in Cleveland, Ohio. We are less than 3 minutes away, 2 minutes and 18 seconds away from totality here in Cleveland, Ohio. The crowd over here to our right
really
going
feel the
crazy,
excitement.
feeling the excitement. I'm ready for this. How are you?
Yeah, it's super cool. It's all of a sudden it's really getting dark and you're starting to feel it.
Yeah,
So cool.
It's like they just dimmed it out. Now it's like night. This
some high clouds, but oh my goodness, you can see that corona extending out. Oh wow.
Yeah, the clouds were really bothering me and really scaring me. It did get very cloudy here in the last hour and a half, but we have a great view here
beautiful.
in Cleveland, Ohio.
Yes.
Wow, look at the corona.
You can hear the crowd. Wow, everybody's got their phones out.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. You know, I saw pictures of what the shape of the corona might look like from our NASA scientists, and it looks exactly like they predicted.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and you can see Jupiter and Venus.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So Jupiter's to the upper left of the eclipse that we're watching, and just to the right of it is Venus.
Yes. Oh, and I see some of those pink protuberances we've been talking about all day.
Wow.
Beautiful.
And again, all around us you see light, but just at the top where we are.
360 sunsets.
Exactly, exactly. Yes, Indianapolis had described that as well.
Woo!
We have totality here for 3 minutes and 50 seconds.
That is such a luxurious amount of time. I saw the 2017, I think we only had about 2 minutes. So.
And why is that? Why does the length of totality differ?
Oh yeah, well, because sometimes the moon is a little closer, a little further away. Its orbit's elliptical. And so when it's further away, it looks smaller in the sky, but when it's closer, it looks bigger, and so we get a little bit more extra time.
Look at the prominence. You can see it on the bottom. On the bottom there.
So pretty.
Wow.
It's like bright pink.
That is insane that you can see it from there. From here.
Yes.
Just like the power of our sun. I'm truly in awe right now. And cold. I'm in awe and cold.
It did drop.
It is
dropped
noticeably
10
colder.
degrees. It's like, yes.
Yes. Looking around to the crowd. A lot of people videotaping it, trying to take photos.
It's the lovely backdrop of the Cleveland skyline.
Yeah, that's beautiful. We have the stadium right next to us. Oh my gosh. And again, thanking the Great Lakes Science Center and NASA for hosting this event here in downtown Cleveland, Ohio.
It's great to sort of join humanity to all come together at once and experience this together with such a great
Oh,
group
look at the
of
screen
folks.
right now. Here's a shot of the skyline.
Oh,
wow, the
wow.
sky looks on fire. Beautiful. A lot of excitement still here in the crowd. Sarah's just taking it all in. Sarah, you're supposed to be commentating. You're supposed to be saying.
It's so beautiful.
So you can tell that we have some cloud cover, right? It's kind of hazy here, but still.
It is, yeah, some high clouds. I was worried about it, but we can still really see, have a pretty good view here.
Wow. And again, this is so rare for people here in Cleveland to see a total solar eclipse. The last time was 1806.
Yes.
The next time, guys, 2444. That is incredible.
I hope everybody took the time to come outside and witness this today.
Oh my gosh. You can still see that prominence. Again, talk to us about what a
so
prominence
beautiful.
is.
Yeah, so that pink color comes from the helium in the sort of outer atmosphere of the sun there. Oh, it's beautiful.
And it gives off that pink glow.
Yeah.
Wow. Totality
here
ending
comes-
here.
here comes
Wow,
that-
there's the diamond ring. Oh!
Time to get your glasses back out.
Time to put your glasses back on, everyone. That's your cue. Glasses
your
back
cue.
on.
We get
Wow.
that diamond ring.
Wow.
Beautiful.
What an amazing experience. My first total solar eclipse.
Yes.
Let's see what they think about this in Niagara with Daryl Nail.
Over the entire area. You can hear the crowd erupting at various moments when the eclipse Days, and Jeremy, you're going to be on Artemis 2, of course, the mission. We'll talk a little bit about that.
I'm going to be looking over your shoulder here, Daryl.
Hey, make sure you put on your glasses.
Well, we're still pretty safe. We got a lot of cloud cover, but
That's true.
That was actually, I think, exceeded expectations.
Well, I mean, when your expectations start off with just clouds everywhere,
yeah,
and I didn't think we were going to get anything. How did you feel when it finally poked through?
I felt like success because we all really wanted to see it in totality, and we might have only saw it for 5 seconds, but we did get to see it, and we could see the corona, and that was just very special for me. So I really like that. And then when it passed totality, it was like this amazing, hopefully the camera captured it, but just like that amazing sunrise just coming across the clouds. Actually, the clouds kind of made a nice backdrop for it, so that was pretty special.
That was very unique, very special. I'm so glad and a little relieved that we got to see a little bit of it. That was the moon passing in front of the sun. You're going around the moon in September of 2025, currently scheduled for that. You'll be the first Canadian to do so. You just saw a real special moment. That's another one. What are your thoughts on getting ready to take that big trip?
You can imagine I have a lot of thoughts about Artemis 2 and what Reed, Christina, Victor, and I are getting ready to undertake. But if I have to boil it down, a lot of it comes down to pride. I'm really proud of humanity for taking on these big challenges. I'm really proud of the United States for their leadership, for creating this opportunity where other countries can express our genius, bring real contributions to the program. And now Canada is going to be the second country in the world to send a human into deep space. And it's got nothing to do with me. It has to do with the genius that the world is sharing. I just love that.
That's amazing. Want to mention real quick, we are in full totality up at Tupper Lake, New York, not far from here in northeastern New York. We're here in western New York where light is continuing to shine and get a little bit brighter. It really is special, and we really felt that in the 4 days that you were here interacting with the public. Was that your sense?
There's a lot of excitement around this celestial event that's happening and around space exploration in general, which I find really uplifting. I don't think space exploration solves all the problems or challenges of the world, but I do believe it is one of the pillars of those solutions. It doesn't matter what problem you're looking at, space plays a role. And I love it when I see our youth getting fired up about, asking me, how do I work at NASA? How do I work at the Canadian Space Agency? We're on the U.S. side here, but I've had some Canadians come up to me. It's just something that brings us together, this, the spirit of humanity. Just like this experience we're having here, it's a very, it feels like community. We're all out here, just humans, just being humans and sharing something special.
And sharing it together was really neat, that communal part that you talk about. Like, I felt a little bit of a bond with everybody here now. Yeah. You as well. Appreciated seeing you and having dinner over the past few nights. Just happened to work out coincidentally. Yeah. Really enjoyed the time. Great words today, and we will all be rooting you on for your mission coming up in September of next year. So good luck. Be safe. We'll be rooting you and your crew on. Thank you, Jeremy.
Yeah, no, we'll take it. I appreciate that. And I don't know if you saw it when you were on camera because you were busy, but the birds, they just went nuts in totality. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see it.
They're all up here. They came out of the woodwork. I mean, there's been birds all day, but it was sort of like birds filling the sky. I thought that was really neat to see. Anyway, thanks for having me today. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you fill that out in your citizen science journal. Make sure you put that in there because we're doing that. All right, thank you, Jeremy. And I just want to say thank you also to New York State Parks, Niagara Falls specifically. We couldn't have done this without you. So thank you very much. Definitely. We're going to throw it now to Kennedy Space Center where James Traley is tracking totality at Tupper Lake. James?
That's right, Daryl. Yeah, we are still in totality in Tupper Lake. We are nearing the end of our eclipse across North America. You can see our last target of the day, Holton, Maine, is all the way up here, almost off your screen. This speed of the eclipse shadow is moving so quickly across the
now we can use actually eclipses to study exoplanets, which are planets outside of our solar system,
Right.
using, I think, the transit method. Is that what that's called?
Yeah, right now during an eclipse, the moon.
Sorry, you can hear everybody getting excited. We're getting very close to totality here.
The moon is transiting in front of the sun, just the way planets that orbit around other stars transit in front of the star. So Webb can look at those exoplanets and use the transit just like we're staring up at the moon transiting the sun.
Gotcha. And so a transit is, like you said, literally just when something crosses in front of something else.
That's right,
transit.
yeah.
Okay. Very cool. So throughout the broadcast, we've actually been able to see the eclipse through different telescope feeds. Can you tell me a little bit about what the difference is between, actually, we're going to go ahead.
Oh, here we go.
We're getting really close. Oh my gosh, it looks like just a few more seconds until we are in complete totality. Oh my gosh. 5, 4, 3, here we go.
1.
You can hear everybody cheering. This is incredible. So let's go ahead and take off our glasses. We are in totality now.
Oh, you can see the coronal spikes.
My
Amazing.
That is
Beautiful.
incredible.
You can see a planet in the sky that you couldn't see before.
Oh, wow. And I think, is that one of the, oh gosh, the
There's some drone. There's a drone up there in the sky, too.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wow.
It's incredible. The rays that you can kind of just see coming off of the corona.
Yes, yeah. Stunningly beautiful.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
got to be one of the most amazing things I've ever
And
seen.
you can see the gradation in the sky color
Yes.
down to the horizon,
Oh,
too.
my goodness.
Yeah.
I am seeing a bit of that 360-degree sunset.
Yes, yeah.
That is really cool.
It's amazing. Even though we're in the total shadow
Right.
here, there's still the corona is still pretty bright.
It is incredibly bright.
You could read by the light of the corona.
I think I would have some trouble reading, but I probably could. I could technically read something. So, Eric. Oh, and actually, we have the International Space Station flying over right now, so they are actually seeing not one, but 2 views of the eclipse. They're able to see not just the moon passing in front of the sun, but they're also able to see the shadow of the moon passing over Earth, which is absolutely incredible. I mean, I can hardly imagine a view being better than the one we have right now, but if there is one, it's
probably on the space station.
It's from the space station for sure. Wow. So yes, they're able to take some pictures of that, and that is just incredible. Just incredible.
One of the things they told people to do if you're far away was to hear how nature changed. And it was interesting here. We're, of course, surrounded by a lot of people just to hear their reaction when we went into totality.
It's true. The humans in nature have not gotten quieter, but louder, I would say. But, I mean, you can definitely hear the loudness has a different kind of character to it. There's almost like a, I mean, I don't know if wonder has a sound, but I think this might be it. Yeah.
Hushed awe.
Yes,
Yeah.
hushed awe. That's wonderful. And I can see just one little red, I guess, like protrusion coming down
little
there.
red spots almost. I noticed those too.
That's cool. Now there are 2.
Yeah.
Wow. That is just so cool.
Yeah, I like the 360 sunset. It's a little hard to see behind us, but it's.
Oh, we've got at least one or 2 drones.
Yeah, some. Our robot overlords.
Of course. And so, Eric, I know that, I mean, clearly with the drones, people are starting to get involved in the eclipse, and I know that there are lots of ways that people can actually get involved. One of those ways is with citizen science.
Right.
Do you mind talking about some of those opportunities, how people can actually...
Sure. We had citizen science programs where people could use their cell phones to take pictures during the eclipse. And
we're getting ready to come out of totality. We're just put our glasses on.
And here we go. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's peeking out. Oh.
Everybody is cheering. We have just made it to the end of totality. We're starting to see the sun just peeking back
and it's
out
amazing.
again.
Now just look at the ground, how much brighter it's gotten.
It is
all of a
already
sudden.
so much brighter. That is so wild. That was probably one of the most amazing, but also fastest 3 minutes of my life.
Yeah.
I wish I could do it all again.
Yeah.
All right, well, that was incredible. Incredible to get to experience that here in Holton. Thanks so much to the city of Holton, and also thank you so much, Dr. Smith, for coming out and hanging out with us and experiencing this wonderful event.
Oh, it was my pleasure, and congratulations to the city of Holton here for doing such an amazing job covering the eclipse. It was amazing how well orchestrated it was.
Above and beyond. Yeah. And I want to say, of course, a special thank you to photographer Dave Bowman, who has been giving us these incredible images from the telescope feed. And we're going to enjoy as the rest of the eclipse kind of ends here, going back in the direction that it came. And with that, we're going to send it back over to you, Megan.
All righty. Thanks, Angelique. So, Gina.
for many years, over and over. It's a cycle. And as far as science goes, there's different definition of science.
Thank you, David. Thank you. It's been an honor chatting with you. So, thank you to everyone here for joining us. Thank you for the Arboretum for hosting us for this very, very magical moment. This has been an experience of a lifetime and one that I definitely won't forget. So let's head back to Tahira and Gina in Kerrville, Texas.
Thanks, Joy. We're joined now by Jamie Favors, the director of NASA's Space Weather Program, to tell us more about some cool science that launched today during the eclipse. Welcome, Jamie.
Thanks, Tahira.
Hey, Jamie.
Hey, how are you?
Good. And so can you tell us, why did NASA launch rockets before, during, and after the eclipse today?
Sure. So it's really to capitalize on this really unique situation. You know, things like this happen every day. You know, going from daylight to sunset into darkness. It happens so quickly that we can make these measurements one right after the next to really understand very precisely what's going on in the atmosphere. With sounding rockets, we can do that so quick back to back, the way we can't do with some of the really large rockets.
Okay, so Jamie, how high did the rockets actually go, and what's special about this area of the atmosphere?
Sure, and we just launched the second of those three just a few moments ago, and that's going pretty well so far. These particular rockets are getting about 250 miles above the surface, pretty close to right about where the International Space Station flies. And before you ask, everything's safe. We take care of the.
And it looks like we've got a playback of that right now. Oh, wow.
Perfect.
Can you walk us through this?
Sure. So from Wallops Island out in Virginia, on the Virginia Space Coast. So these rockets have multiple stages to them. So you're seeing one stage burn for a few seconds, then that drops off, and then the next stage will light to eventually take it all the way up to about that 250-mile mark above the surface to make those measurements in the upper atmosphere.
Wow, that looks incredible.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, and so what is that area of the atmosphere, and why do we care about it?
Yes, it's the upper part of our atmosphere. It's called the ionosphere. That's really from a perspective of heliophysics, where we really see a lot of that interaction with the sun and the earth. We care about it because that interaction can change the way our GPS signals work, our communication signals work, and even up a little bit higher, we start to see the influence of the sun actually causing the atmosphere to change its density in a way that can impact the way satellites orbit the Earth as well.
Sure. Okay. Great.
And so, Jimmy, today we've been doing this fun poll, to see who is Team Sun, Moon, and Earth. What team are you repping today?
Well, other than Team Science.
Don't choose the wrong answer.
Well, my bosses would make sure I go for Team Sun today for sure.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, thank you so much again. Thanks, Jamie. And folks, it is time now to say goodbye to our friend, James Traley, who has made sure we've known where and when to look up all day. James, thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much, Tahira. It's been fantastic tracking this eclipse across North America all afternoon with you. If you're still in the path of totality, you might be in a boat somewhere off the Canadian coast taking this all in. I hope you enjoy that view, that fleeting moment. We've made a big journey across. I can zoom out here on our eclipse board. You can see we started all the way down here in Mazatlan, Mexico. We've tracked all the way across and are now, like I said, breezing past Canada now into the Atlantic Ocean. It's been fantastic to track this. And if I turn on the shadow of our penumbra, you can see this highlighted area. Anywhere in there is still experiencing a partial eclipse. So if you're in that partial eclipse area, be sure to have your eclipse glasses at the ready so you can take in that fleeting moment. We just went outside a few moments ago here at Kennedy Space Center to take it in. It's fantastic, beautiful views. Really cool to see. You got like a little chunk out of the sun there for us here, only about 50% coverage, but still fantastic to see. So really, it's been phenomenal. We've lucked out in general with the weather all of today too. That was the biggest concern I had going into the day here. It's been beautiful views up and down here, and so really fantastic to see this. Really been a lot of fun tracking this with our Eclipse Explorer. A big thanks again to our scientific visualization studio for putting this tool together. But for now, back to you, Tahira.
And here with us now is NASA Chief Scientist, Dr. Kate Calvin. Kate, welcome.
Hi, Kate. Hi, nice to be here.
So happy to have you back here again. I know we had the pleasure of sharing the stage together for the annular eclipse.
Right.
Now, with today's total solar eclipse, can you tell our viewers what would you say is the #1 takeaway from today's events?
I
would say the #1 takeaway is that our universe is beautiful and understandable. We all got to experience this together today. We could predict when it would happen, and we did a lot of science today.
That's great. So speaking of the science that was conducted, how does that fold into kind of the greater science that we're doing with NASA in the future?
Yeah, so we did a lot of science today, and a lot of it really complements science that we do all of the time. So one of the things we were really looking at today was the corona. The moon blocked out the sun so that we could see that part of the sun's atmosphere. But we also have a mission called Parker Solar Probe that's orbiting closer and closer to the sun so that we can study the corona with that. We were also looking a lot at how the eclipse affected Earth. So we had a citizen science project that looked at how the eclipse changed temperatures and clouds. We have a mission that launched 2 months ago that's studying clouds all the time, a mission called PACE. Awesome. It'll tell us more about oceans and atmosphere here on Earth. And one of the other things we do is we develop instruments called a coronagraph. So the moon blocked out the sun today so that we could see that corona, but we can make an instrument that does that. And so we have an upcoming mission called Nancy Grace Roman that's going to block out the light of other stars so we can see what's flying around them.
Amazing.
So much going on for the sun at NASA, honestly.
Right.
And I understand that the Heliophysics division has a big sun celebration going on right now, the Heliophysics Big Year. Kate, could you tell us how we could get involved in this and really just celebrate our star?
Yeah, this total solar eclipse was just one event in a series of this Heliophysics Big Year, working towards Parker Solar Probe's closest approach to the sun. And we have a lot of activities where you can engage in our science and learn more about the sun. And if you want to know more, you can find us on social media at NASA Sun.
Fantastic.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much, Kate, for being here with us. It was really special to share this moment with you.
Thanks, Kate. It's nice to be here.
And Gina, this has been an honor. I mean, my goodness, to have the annular eclipse with you, then to share this total solar eclipse with you.
I know.
Thank you so much. And do you have any final thoughts?
This was amazing. Annular was great, but to hear the energy here,
the total was
so
just
great
a whole
to be
nother
with
level.
Both of you,
Yeah.
Once again, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And a big thank you to the city of Kerrville, Texas, the Parks and Rec team, and all the people that made today's incredible event possible. I also want to thank our telescope operator Catherine Troach, for those great views of totality here in Kerrville. Folks, that is a wrap from Kerrville, Texas. Back to you in Cleveland.
Thank you to Hira and Gina, and also Kate Calvin. And now check out who we have here at the host desk, the pastronaut himself, Josh Dobbs, who just signed on as quarterback for the 49ers. How do you feel about that?
I feel good. It's exciting times. Obviously, I spent a couple years here in Cleveland. Got a chance to have some fun over at NASA Glenn during my time here. So it's cool to be back and taking the Eclipse class here in Cleveland. But looking forward to the future in San Francisco. I know NASA's doing some great work out there on the West Coast, so we'll be able to stay tuned to that as well.
Yeah, so for people who don't know, the pastronaut nickname comes from some incredible plays you had last year, and also you have a background here with us at NASA with some externships. But also you're an aerospace engineer. So how did it feel being back here specifically in Cleveland to watch the total solar eclipse?
It felt really good. When this event was put on my radar about a year ago in last off season, they're like, hey, the eclipse is coming straight through Cleveland. We'd love to have you here. It's going to be a once in a lifetime event to be able to experience it, especially right here on the beautiful Great Lakes, and obviously have some great weather today. So I marked on my calendar a year ago, and to make it back here and take it in, and get a chance to hang out with the city I spent 2 years in, it's been great. I think the biggest thing that I've enjoyed is just seeing the interest from the city of Cleveland and how many people traveled here to take in the event today, and to be able to then also go learn about the future of NASA and the future of space exploration as well at the same time. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to take it in, and it's been an honor to be here.
So, Josh, NASA is really committed to inspiring the next generation through discovery. Do you think maybe we created a few new future scientists and engineers here today? I
think so. There's a wealth of youth walking around here and taking in not only obviously the blow-ups and the displays outside, but also the Great Lakes Science Center inside, and just seeing the history of the space program. I think that gives them perspective. And so that's just like NASA, that's been my approach. I think the youth obviously is the next generation. They're going to have a tremendous impact on the world, and being able to inspire the youth out here and the youth across the country that if you have interest in STEM and also are really good at sports, you don't have to split your eggs in you don't have to split up your eggs, right? You can go out, put all your eggs in both baskets, and work hard to achieve those goals and dreams.
Now, Josh, we have time for one other question. It's the most important question we're going to ask you.
Okay.
Who was the star today? Was it the sun, the moon, or the earth? Say the right thing, Josh. Say the right thing.
Drum roll. The star of the day was the moon. I gotta go with it. I gotta go with it. I gotta go with the moon.
I agree. I do. All right. Well, I appreciate your honesty. Right. I appreciate your honesty, and I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much, Josh, and it was great to have you here with us.
Thank you guys for having me.
All right. So we talked about this controversial but friendly competition. So actually, we asked you guys to vote. We have the results of that poll right now. Let us bring it up. Whoa!